So you want to get started in IT, but you don't know where to start. Well, I did a poll of the IT department at the company I'm working at, and 1 out of every 5 people that answered the uh, the poll said that they never built a PC, whether for gaming or general hardware enthusiasm or anything like that, prior to them getting the job, right? Which means that, I mean, this is these guys. I don't care about the statistics. I don't care about the math. I never studied it, but that means that like 4 out of 5 of them have had experience with it, have tinkered with it, have touched on it, right? And all those guys pass the interview. So that means that 4 out of 5 people that pass the interview and get a job and get their start in the industry, and some of them are even in like are promoting into good positions, are studying to be going into better positions and higher positions within the company and elsewhere in the industry, have experience with building PCs prior to their hands-on technical role of being a person in an IT department. That being said, building a PC is probably one of the best things you can do to prepare yourself to enter the industry. Doesn't matter what you want to go and do. Doesn't matter if you're doing software. Doesn't matter if you're doing, help desk or anything like that. It's good to be familiar with the things that you're pitching, the things that you're talking about. That you got to know the lingo. In addition to that, I would say that for the social cohesive factor of being able to talk shop and know the lingo, like if you're going to go and become a mechanic, you should probably know a thing or two about cars, know how to talk cars, know about the latest things that's going on in the world of cars, stuff like that. It'll help with the with you meshing well within the industry. You know what I mean? Like that's obvious. The same case would be in IT. Now here's the thing: you might say to me, "Well, dude, I'm not making IT money yet. So how am I supposed to afford a gaming PC? If you're telling me, hey, go build a PC, I don't have money for a gaming PC. Steal one. Just steal one." I'm just kidding. That's crazy. But no, seriously, not having enough money is not an excuse to me. Okay, I want you to look down, look at your shoes, right? If those shoes are more than $60, boy, I don't know what to tell you, boy. There's so much shit out there on eBay, secondhand, all this other kind of stuff that you can learn the basics on, that you can really build a dream machine on. What are you doing? Like, what? How are you watching this video? Is it on a laptop? There you go. Is it on a phone? There you go. I guarantee you have the access to the internet. You're probably not, watching this video on a local WAN or whatever, right? So if you have access to the internet, congratulations, you have access to all the armchair book learning that you need to get into IT. But I would argue that that's not enough. It's not enough for you to know about cars. It's not enough for you to talk about cars. If you're gonna go into the industry where really knowing cars is a great thing, really knowing cars gets you past the interview, dropping knowledge during the interview, that kind of stuff, about this and that, talking shop about the latest and greatest things that's going on in gaming PCs or gaming hardware, and just geeking out. If being a geek matters, then you gotta be a geek with your manos. You gotta really get in there. You gotta really do it. But again, we'll go back to the main point. You say, but I don't have the money for a gaming PC. First off, putting words in my mouth, and I don't tolerate the disrespect. Yeah, I don't. I never said build a gaming PC. I said build a PC. I said work on a PC. I said get your hands dirty on a PC. That kind of stuff. And here's the thing. I don't have the number in my head on the total cost of what's next to me right now. But I'd imagine that you'd be able to get that sort of hands-on experience if you already have a monitor, if you already have like a TV and an HDMI cable or a DisplayPort cable that you can connect to, like something to display your screen. I'd imagine that a used hard drive on eBay and a used PC could be acquired, and a keyboard and a mouse, which is what I have right here for my test bench, that for the purposes of this demonstration is cheaper than cheap, is going to cost you less than 200, maybe less than 150, including shipping. If you can get free shipping, forget it, right? So let's go to our live example, folks. This right here is a Dell Optiplex 710 with a old generation i5. I bought this baby on eBay recently. It just came in the mail 2 days ago. about, I would say, $50, and shipping was free. So that's the goated part about it. Shipping would probably be about maybe $12 or something like that for something like this. Now the caveat with these kind of machines for that kind of cheapage is that they don't come with storage media. There's no hard drive, there's no SSD, there's nothing that you can store an OS onto. You can get cheaper ones for about the same price as you would get the shell, the board, and the power supply. That's pretty much all I'm buying with this. Is I'm buying, like, there's 2 case fans, there's a CPU with a cooler, there's a motherboard, and there's a PSU. You know what I mean? Like, this is basically a gutted Office PC. This probably came from a company somewhere, and because of company data not wanting to be leaked out to the internet, they'll take the drive and they'll either destroy it or wipe it and resell it somewhere else, right? But you can get this guy for 50 fucking bucks. 50 bucks. And you're telling me that there's no way that you can get into IT. Okay, cool. Cool. Look. I got the Dell mouse. What a coincidence. I actually really don't like the Dell company. But I got the Dell keyboard too. Those are free. I just knew a guy. But you could get those. You could part those out cheaper than cheap. Easily less than 20 bucks. You can go to CVS right now and get a RGB, sicky cool guy keyboard for like 12 bucks. Okay, a mouse even cheaper. On Amazon you can get one that looks like a damn Gundam for like 10. Okay, like don't play with me here. There are ways that you can cheap out. There are ways that you can get this done. Okay, now when it comes to hard drives, and this is proof in the pudding there. See, no hard disk found. This is my first time turning it on and connecting it to a motherboard. Now you might say, I don't trust eBay shit, I don't trust eBay stuff, I don't trust this, I don't trust that. Wow. Crazy to me that you're passing up on all those deals, 1. 2, you're passing up on trustworthy sellers that are probably just the online storefronts of like electronic resellers and stuff like that. Some people get burnt on eBay. I never have. I'm going to say this right now. Casio A700. So, actually, what's crazy? This watch, you might think it's nice. This watch was cheaper than the PC. Was cheaper than this hunk of junk piece of dirt. Now, this is a mid tower. This is not a full tower. Some people, that's another thing. Like when you have old hardware like this is from like the Windows 7 days. And this originally had the same i5 that it came with back in like, I don't know, like 2012, 2013. There are plenty of videos of guys doing modifications for this stuff. There are plenty of videos of like user support and user this and user that you can look into, that you can go ahead and work on, that can tell you exactly where there's so much kitty scissors out there. There's so much support out there that you can use to get what you need done. But the fun part, the best part, is that because this thing is so cheap and because it works, you can take this apart, screw by screw, part by part, look at it, get your grubby fingers on it, you know what I mean, and put it back together, and you don't really have to give a shit about it working or not working. And if it doesn't work, congratulations, you can go and fix it. You can go and look at it. You can go and fiddle fuck with it, maybe buy a couple parts, maybe part it out. Like this is an i5, I can upgrade it with the same generation, same socket i7 and see the differences in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a very cheap start to entering that field. And this, and you messing with this, you making this what you want to make it, you modding this, you customizing this, will teach you more about computer hardware, will teach you more about this and that. Like a lot of people, they go to school, they go to college and stuff like that, and they do a whole lot of book learning, but they never push themselves to go and do the practical, especially if you're doing classes online. You know what I mean? Like I took all my IT classes I took online, right? So I wasn't able to get that hands-on experience from the curriculum, but most physical in-person courses will have you do something like this. They'll have a whole bunch of decommissioned e-machines, decommissioned PCs, decommissioned this and that, and they'll have the students just fiddle fuck with it. When I was in high school, we had a class that part 1 of the class, or class 1, there was a class 1 that you could take junior year, and then senior year you could take a class 2. I didn't take class 2. Class 2 would have been great because I would have gotten my CompTIA A+, but I didn't do that. But class 1 was really cool because we did exactly what I'm telling you to do right now. You fiddle fucked with it. You can get a new hard drive, clean wipe it, load temporary Windows on it, load Linux on it, load whatever the hell you want on it, store whatever the hell you want on it. You can mix and match, you can do this, you can do that, you can get parts, you can get SATA cables, and the best part is that even if you want to chuck it, even if you want to say forget about it, you can resell it. There are people that will buy this for the same amount of money that you spent for just the shell. You know what I mean? The shell itself might be like 25 bucks. Who knows? You know, the fractal cases in the last video that I showed, the shell itself, just the case was 50 bucks. That's the exact same amount that I bought for a working machine like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you might think, one issue I have is I've told multiple people to do this, right? And they always go to the gaming thing because that's what I talk about. I talk about gaming PCs all the time. You're putting yourself in a box, right? And I'm telling you to think outside of it by going the cheaper route. You get what I mean? Don't just think, oh, building a PC, I have to get a gaming PC for like $600, $500, $800, $900, whatever. And for the love of Christ, please don't get a damn pre-built. And if you're going into the field and you get a pre-built and you've never fiddle fucked with your own shit, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna explode. Because there's so many people out there, right, that are at the bottom of what I would call here. You know what? Let's pull up the MS Paint. MS Paint 720p. Ready? I use the illusion of a mountain a lot, right? They're right here. And this is what I would call the mountain or the black box. You know, this PC case, my PC case is a black box to them. It's a mystery, right? They're at the bottom here. Their confidence is super low. They'll never think they can surmount it or get past it, right? Here's the thing I don't understand, right? If you just think outside of it, if you just think cheaper, if you just get your hands on it, you can build up the confidence through the trouble, through all the problems, Google things, learn how to research all this stuff, and you're going to learn without you actively thinking that you're learning. You're just going to go through problem after problem after problem, face them, challenge them, and get them done, and that's the way she goes, partner. That's the way you got to do it. That's what everybody does. Nobody, like, if the answers are just handed to you, and you don't fiddle fucking struggle, it's always going to be a big mystery to you. This black box is always going to be a mystery to you. It's always going to be a mystery to you if you don't try, if you don't start, if you don't go push after it, if you don't just try to figure it out. And it's going to be even more of a mystery to you if you don't get that hands-on experience. Yeah, you got a lot of book learning. You're an armchair IT guy. You're an armchair automotive mechanic. You're an armchair aviation mechanic, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. If you don't actually go work on a damn plane, if you don't actually go work on a car, if you don't actually go work on a PC, you won't fully conceptualize every single thing about it. You won't get and even if you can't, I understand that I'm using a very generalized argument, to get over the confidence hill by getting that physical, physical sort of connection to what you're talking about is just beyond valuable. Not to mention the fact that it's such a low cost basis. You don't care about this. 50 bucks and a couple extra, cables and doodads and whatever, maybe 100 bucks, maybe 200. You know what I mean? The monitor's pricey. Like, this monitor specifically can be a bit pricey new. I get it. You don't need this monitor though. You just need something to see video on. You know what I'm saying? Like, start small. This is what starting small really means. And I'll be sure to have, screenshots of exactly what I bought, because people, I don't know, like, I gotta prove it to you. I gotta really prove it to you, buddy. All right? Take it the fuck easy. Start small. Congratulations on pushing something incredibly difficult like an industry like that. But it is beyond important that you get over the confidence hub, that you stop making this thing feel like a black box to you, okay? Have a good one. God bless. Alright, so here I am with the prices, bruh. I got that Optiplex a couple days ago, like I said. Top of the screen right here, $54.95. You can get a drive for $30. I have this coming in the mail, right? Just for shits and giggles and testing. I kind of want to see how old this is. I'm pretty sure this is like X data center shit, so I want to just mess around with it, see how reliable it is, see how long I can make it last. Basically, it's probably not too long, but you know, I just want to experiment with it a bit. Experiment with it a bit. Ha, got it. Okay, now this is for Windows machines and stuff, because you want to have like a larger file to load your OS onto. If you just want to go free, you could just get a USB and get Linux Mint or some GUI friendly distribution of Linux. You know what I mean? Like, you can go free on that. So I'll calculate both the free Linux side and getting a drive, which if you want a new one instead of a used one, is like $60 on Amazon for like a Samsung 970 or 98 or 960 or whatever number they have for that the SATA SSDs, right? Not the M.2s. You can get a Dell, you know, DisplayPort only compatible monitor, a very cheap one for like $60, right? Now this is DisplayPort only, and this desktop up here has native DisplayPort support, meaning the port on the board is DisplayPort. So you'll need a DisplayPort cable to and monitor to output to this. You could always get just a cheap graphics card to add on to that, but that's just getting a little too far into the weeds a bit in terms of the cost. I haven't like made the title of the video yet, so I don't even know what the total is, but I guarantee you it's cheaper than what you think it is, and I guarantee you it's cheaper than any like gaming PC budget build or whatever you see online. I'll also include the cost of a cable, $8. Okay, cool. You know, free with Amazon shipping. And this is interesting. Okay, now it's interesting because I don't know how to format a damn video. That's nice. Can I zoom? Can I do this? Yeah, here we go. Okay. So, really? Okay. You can go the boring route and get a... Wow. This is fucked. Let me just do this. No, not that. This. There we go. Mouse and keys, $30. Now here's the thing. A lot of these stuff, like the DisplayPort cable and that monitor and especially the mouse and keys, you're going to use in other aspects of your life and other computer builds and shit. So, you know, like, does this really count for this experiment if you're going to like use it in the future anyway? And at the same time, if you already have something that you can use at home, then this cost is negligible. But I want to be honest here and factor in the total cost if you're just starting from scratch. Or, you know, if you want to go for style points, you know, you could get an $11 Amazon basic low profile keyboard, right? And a Gundam $15 wireless mouse for style points. You know, like these are the options that are open to you. So let's calculate them. I don't have the calculator app open, but 54 plus, let's say, $60 for the new hard drive, right? And then Windows key. Honestly, like for something like this to experiment with, I probably wouldn't get a Windows key. I probably would just like continuously pretend like I have one and just have an unofficial copy of Windows perpetually. Plus, you know, $60 for a new monitor. Plus, what is it, like $9 for a DisplayPort adapter. Plus, you know, $30 for a keyboard and mouse. This is a intro to IT computer build for exactly $213, right? So for under 300, under 250, and if you have a keyboard and mouse, and don't even count it, right? If you already have a DisplayPort, if you already have a monitor, if you have a TV that can connect to a computer like this or something like that, then don't even count it, right? You probably won't, because most TVs are HDMI, and I don't think a lot of TVs are DisplayPort, but if it can work, it can work, you know? Be resourceful. It's going to be less than 215. It's going to be less than 220. So you, like, when people say, I want to start in IT, and I tell them to go build a PC, and they say, oh, what about gaming PCs are like thousands of bucks. I don't have 500. I don't have 300. I guarantee you can scrounge up 200 to experiment with, to mess around with, to play with, and follow along with certain videos and YouTube guides about how to really get started in IT. And the best part is now you have a machine. Now you have a computer. Now you can do shit. Now you basically have started your home office, your designated space that you do work at. You know what I mean? It's not just for the hell of it. Even if you do this shit and pursue a career in IT and you want to make a trajectory change, that's fine. You're gonna go change that trajectory. You're gonna change that career, but you still have a PC that you can work on. You have a PC. You have PC and parts. You have a PC and parts that you can sell and get the money back in if it really matters to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real here, boys. Let's be real here. We don't have to think inside the box of high cost when it comes to getting hands-on experience and learning and understanding concepts. Have a wonderful day and God bless.